Now, parametric equations are equations where the x variable in itself is connected, or a function of a letter or parameter t. Same thing for the y function is a function of a parameter t. Now, you can see y is not directly connected to the variable x, and that is what we call Cartesian form. So in order for us to rewrite this as a Cartesian form, all what we have to do is write down y as a function of the variable x to make them directly connected to each other. Now you can see x is directly connected to the parameter t, and y is directly connected to the parameter t. So how do I make y in terms of x? So we need to make t the subject in the equation x. We're going to do t equal, first we're going to subtract 1, and then we divide by 2. We're going to take this expression now, we're going to substitute it into the equation y. And of course that will give us y equal, instead of the parameter t, we're going to replace it with this expression, minus 3. And then we convert to the common denominator, which is 2. So we need to make that 6. Multiply it by 2, that is. And that will give us x minus 7 over 2. I can leave it like this, that's totally fine. But sometimes it's a good idea to split the gradient from the y-intercept. So the gradient here is a half. You can write it down as x over 2 if you want to, but I like to clearly separate the gradient from the x term, and minus 7 over 2, which is 3.5. So that will be another format for this Cartesian form. So this is the Cartesian form, y equal half x minus 3.5 of these two parametric equations. Right, so next we're going to do this one here. So you can see the x equation is a natural logarithm expression, and this one is a linear expression. Now you may think that would be much easier to get the t from the y equations and then place it in here to get the Cartesian equation. That is fine, but it will only give you x as a function of y, and we don't want that. We want y as a function of x. So we need to do it the other way around. So we need to make t the subject into the x equation. Now the question is, how do you make t the subject in a ln function? What is the inverse of the ln function? The inverse of the ln function is the exponential e. So if we put e to the power of x, that will allow us to eliminate the ln function here, and we'll be left with just the expression inside the bracket 2t minus 3. From here we can make t the subject easily. T equal e to the x, add 3 to both sides, and then divide both sides by 2, and that will give us the parameter t as the subject. We're going to take this parameter, we'll substitute it into the y equation. So y will be equal e to the x plus 3 all divided by 2, and then plus the 3. And then we convert to the common denominator, which is 2 times 3 is there, 6. So that's going to be e to the x plus 9 altogether, because 3 add 6 is equal 9 divided by 2. Alright? And that is my Cartesian expression for these two parametric equations. For parametric equations given in trig form, we need to use some trig identities, and for this one here we're going to use the sine squared t plus cos squared t equal to 1. Now I have sine squared in my identity, but here I have 3 sine t, so I need to make it sine t the subject. So that will be sine t equal, well, you divide both sides by 3x over 3. Now in my identity is squared, so I need to square this one here, or elevate it to the power of 2. And that will be all these squared, so you need to elevate x to the power of 2, so x squared, and elevate the 3 to the power of 2 as well. That will give you 9. So what we're saying here, the sine squared t is equal to x squared over 9. Let's do the same to cos squared t. Here we got cos, 3 cos t, so we need cos t. So we need to divide both sides by 3. So that will give us y over 3. Here we got cos squared t, so we need to elevate this one to the power of 2. So we need to elevate y to the power of 2, that will give us y squared, and 3 to the power of 2, that will give us 9. So what we're saying, that cos squared t is equal to y squared over 9. And that should be equal to 1. It does not change the right hand side. Now because the denominators are the same, so we could get rid of the denominator by just multiplying by 9. So 9 times 9 will cancel out, becomes 1. So I will have x squared here. Same thing here. Y squared over 9 times 9 will give me, will produce y squared. And then 1 times 9 will produce 9. So the equation, I can write it down also as x squared plus y squared equal 3 squared. Now this should be familiar to you. It is the equation of a circle of center C is the origin 0, 0. And the radius r equal 3. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Thank you for watching and take care.